Today, I wanted to make a quick video to cover a topic that I have seen people in the community confused about. Even some big names in the community are unaware of some vital information pertaining to these two modes. To start off, I have seen that some people are concerned that Forge or Theater mode will not be a thing at launch, due to Halo 5 having no Forge at launch. But if you have paid close attention to Halo Infinite news, then you would know both of these modes will indeed be there at launch. Let's start with Forge. How do I know Forge will be there at launch? Well, I will start with the facts first. The first proof is that Forge mode is listed as being part of the game on both Xbox store page and the Steam page. Having that be there for so long just to have it not show up on the release could be seen as false advertising. Secondly, Forge is not being developed by 343 this time around. Does anyone use or remember Halo 5 Forge for PC? That was developed by Skybox Labs, a Canadian studio that has a history of supporting Xbox Game Studio devs. Skybox Labs is returning to Halo once more to work on Forge for Halo Infinite, freeing up time and resources at 343 to focus on other aspects of Infinite. I would not be worried about Forge being bad, as Skybox Labs already has experience with Forge. One other thing I would like to add is that 343i has confirmed there will be an undo button in Halo Infinite's Forge. On to why, even without these facts, I believe Forge will be there at launch. Halo 5 not having a big team battle or Forge at launch dealt the game a massive blow, one that 343 has most likely definitely learned from. I honestly believe they will not repeat the same mistake. Let's move on to Theater mode. Again, I saw some people worried about this not making the cut for launch, but Theater mode was mentioned on the pre-flight dev stream while they were looking through the menus. In fact, there are already options in the flight itself for Theater mode.
Register friend from foe, and then, you know, I should call this out. You'll see this in the UI menu here. The theater will not be included in the tech preview, so we won't have that experience. The theater is coming back though, so and you know, event timeline is a brand new feature. We'll talk a little bit more about that later, but you could probably surmise what that might mean in the context of the theater. And this is pretty crazy too. Weapon off,
meaning the mode is in the game and is already at a state where it shows up in the menus. Theater mode was also probably used to capture some of the footage seen in the multiplayer trailers, or that could have been an in-engine tool. Regardless, we know for a fact it is coming, and we will be there at launch. What we don't know is if Theater mode will support the campaign or any other PvE modes in the game. Theater mode for the campaign was not supported in Halo 4 or 5, but since this is a whole new engine, perhaps they built Theater from the ground up to capture everything. Oh, and on one final note, Staten himself said that Forge and Theater will be there. Take a look.
What I'm genuinely excited about is taking the game out of our hands and putting it into the community's hands. You know, whether it's seeing what people make in Forge or the content that they're able to create with Theater, watching streamers go after the game.
Now, not mentioned in the title of my video, I do have one more thing to add for some Halo fans on console. You can use keyboard and mouse on Halo MCC and Halo Infinite on both Xbox One and Xbox Series systems. I've seen many console players not know this information, and also many console players complaining it's not fair to play with PC players due to keyboard and mouse. If you truly believe you are at a disadvantage for using a controller, then I can offer you two solutions. 1. Plug a mouse and keyboard into your console, perhaps a wireless model. I will put a card in the top right on some nice console-friendly keyboards. 2. Turn off crossplay, and receive slower queue times for not being able to match with other systems. You could also alternatively turn off cross-input play to still play with PC users like me who use controller. With all that being said, I hope you have learned something and/or have had your doubts relieved. Halo Infinite is not Halo 4 or Halo 5. It's like Halo 3 in a sense. It is the third Halo game made by 343 and is probably going to be their best, just like Bungie with Halo 3. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you want to help the channel out, you can drop a like or leave a comment. If you wish to support me outside of YouTube, feel free to check out my Twitch and Twitter link down below. Subscribe for more Halo content, and I will see you again.